101. How do you heal your solar plexus chakra? These first two cards are telling me how your solar plexus chakra currently is. And what I'm feeling for this is that it's just very lethargic, because the actions that you're taking in your daily life are not ones that are going to end with you building your life the way that you want. This is the energy of someone who has their own dream, but instead of doing it or fulfilling that, working towards it, they have a job for someone else, and when they work, they're building up someone else's life instead of their own life. And this is putting this lethargy into your solar plexus, but really all of you. You're just tired. You're going through life just not sharp and clear, because you're going down a road that ends somewhere that you don't really want to be. Another thing, as I'm picturing it, I'm seeing it being just very cloudy. Like there's so many noises and so many outside influences, and other people are influencing what you're doing. Other people are saying things they want you to do, and instead of checking in with yourself and seeing if that's something that you align with, you just kind of go along with what other people are saying instead of aligning to what you truly want and what you truly want to do. And also this 5 of Cups and Justice is sort of making me think that maybe you're just waiting for something to happen, which is just the opposite energy of what the solar plexus is. The solar plexus is our center of willpower and action and fire. It wants to chase its passion. It wants to take actions that will help it build life and build power. This is the center of our power. And for your power to come out with cards that say that you're just giving your power away and doing what other people want, that's just going to affect your energy so much. The solar plexus doesn't wait for something to happen or someone to come along and save them. The solar plexus is like the young, energetic hero who goes after exactly what they want, even though they might be an underdog and have battles to fight. Like having the battles to fight energizes the solar plexus. It doesn't mind that. It loves that. And I'm just seeing you like tired and drained and like in black and white, just sort of looking around in a fog, just doing what other people want you to do or what you're expected to do. And well, let's get into what your solar plexus wants. This is how to heal your solar plexus, or what your solar plexus is desiring. Your solar plexus wants you to sit down, clear out the noise and the distractions. Other people don't matter when it comes to your life. Like they can't decide what will light you up. They can't decide what your ultimate dream is. That can only come from within you. And your solar plexus wants you to sit down, clear out the noise and distractions, tune in with yourself, your gut, your solar plexus, and find what it is you truly desire. And then take actions to make that happen. And that is just going to light you up. I see just like a switch turning and a fire like roaring to life in your solar plexus, and you giving you so much energy, because when you go through your day and you take actions, you're building your own house instead of someone else's house. Your energy goes to your life and your desires, and not you taking all this action hoping that the person you're doing it for gives you enough money to like do what you want. So it wants you to move towards your ideal life. So this High Priestess is saying, get in tune with yourself and your intuition. 3 of Pentacles is letting me know that, like, and this comes up in the last spread I have for you, like, I think your work environment and the people around you aren't really the greatest. I think they might be negative. And I'm just seeing like a black and white. I'm seeing you in this black and white energy, and you're in this work environment, or maybe it's not work, maybe it's friends or home or something, and people are just like gossiping, talking down on people. Like, they're people who are miserable, but they aren't doing anything about their misery. They're complaining, but that's all it ever is. That's all they ever do. And it's really draining you. And your solar plexus wants you to get in tune and in touch with the environment as well that you want to be in, so that you can create that. But with Princess of Wands, it's saying that there's so much energy and power you could tap into, but you're not doing it because you're not really in tune with your path. You're on someone else's path. And it wants you to get onto your own. This last pile is what your happy solar plexus would be like. Again, fire. You have such an incredible fire and passion and vitality and energy for life that you just haven't awoken yet. But Seven of Pentacles is exactly what we've been talking about. It is about planting seeds and knowing that those seeds that you grow are going to be exactly the plant that you want. It's about taking actions for your ideal life and your ideal reality and building your dream life. And when you do that, you have the Wheel of Fortune card, which is essentially luck, an opportunity. The universe is going to be on your side, and things will start moving in a positive direction for your life, because you are the Ace of Wands, someone who has like awoken their power and awoken all of this energy in life, and your life can turn to color instead of this draining black and white. But I see your solar plexus, your happy solar plexus, as someone who is just a happy person, who has energy, who enjoys their life, someone who laughs. And a very strong emphasis is coming in about people being around you who are positive and that you can laugh with. So this is a better work environment, or just better friends, people in general around you. And you're just living in a life you want and enjoying this dream. I'm not really seeing you being someone who's like fired up and wants to get to the top of a company and is really business driven. I'm seeing you as someone who just has a job that they enjoy and makes enough money and buys like a sweet little house like on the beach or something, and can go out with their friends for brunch and have a laugh. Something like that. It's just a really enjoyable, stress-free, happy, laughing life. That's what your solar plexus wants. And it wants you to get it. There's an emphasis on, I'm really feeling like a little dream home. I'm seeing like a sweet little cottage or a sweet little beach house, just a small little place that is yours and you love it. It could be, you know, whatever it is you desire, but I am seeing that emphasis on you getting your own place to live that you've been wanting and dreaming about, and a strong emphasis on the people around you just being happy and positive. And when you hang out with them, you guys just have an easy, laughing time together and enjoy each other's company and get energized by each other instead of this like drain that you're currently experiencing. Oh, I was just about to end it, and then I realized I have to show you this one. The bottom of the deck was 10 of Pentacles. So that is the ultimate, like, complete, I have everything I want. That is like you buying your dream home, even if you think that that's impossible, like housing market's crazy, I don't have enough money for that. Like, when you start awakening your power, you start realizing opportunities that you didn't realize before. Being drained and in black and white, if something came up that was a good opportunity, or if there was something in your life that you could make happen, you don't even see it because it's just not your energy. But when you realize that you are powerful and you can go for what you want, and you start taking those steps, you start making connections and seeing opportunities where you didn't before. So this is saying you really can like accumulate wealth and build the exact dream life that you want. And I'm really not seeing you as someone who wants like a whole lot. I'm not seeing you as someone who wants a multi-million-dollar mansion and just more money and fancy cars. I'm seeing you as someone who wants just like a beautiful, simple life. And that card came through to be like, you can get this. This is possible. Don't pay attention to other people and things around you because they will drain you. And with that drain, maybe you're like watching, this is just an example, but maybe you're like watching the news and they're like, oh my gosh, housing market's awful. No one's going to be able to buy a home. And you're like, well, crap, you know, might as well not even try. This is saying that you and your energy determine what you can and can't have. And that the universe, you had that Wheel of Fortune. I actually put this right on the Wheel of Fortune. That Wheel of Fortune says the universe is going to be on your side and you're going to be able to figure it out. Even if it seems impossible now, just start taking the steps and that will improve your inner being and your emotional being, and you'll start putting things together that you didn't before. You can problem solve this. You can figure this out. You can get your dream life. You can buy that sweet little house that you want. Or if you want something completely different, you can do it. So look at the bottom of the deck again, Two of Pentacles, which I always see as a leveling up in life. Like you're down here and you can get here. The card, this was all bottom of the deck. The card after that, Six of Wands, which is a victory. You winning. If you turn your solar plexus on, you turn your fire on, and you start making moves, even if you still have to keep, you know, you still have to keep your other job and work for someone you don't want. But when you go home, even if it seems draining now, once you start making moves to build your life for you, you're going to get more and more energy, more and more ideas, and more opportunities will come through. So that was a great message, and that's all I have for you. Thank you. Pile 2, your solar plexus. This is a heavier one, but these cards represent what your solar plexus currently is. You have been actively disempowered. Like someone or more than one person, maybe situations throughout your entire life, have made you feel small and tiny, pathetic, worthless. Like I just see, I'm really seeing, this is very different than like what I saw for pile 1. I saw them. For pile 2, I'm seeing like the being that's like in your solar plexus representing that energy. I'm seeing like a little kid curled up in a ball just crying, and you just have that energy and you're carrying that around with you because of old things that someone has done to you. Like you have been treated terribly in the past. And if that like isn't the case, this isn't your pile, but you, like even if you have left the situation, if this is talking about like your parents and your childhood home, even if you've left the situation, that little kid is still inside of you. That being that took this abuse, that heard those words, that was in this situation, is still like, it lives here in your solar plexus, in the place that is meant to be the seat of your power. You have someone who is completely disempowered, and it's okay. Like, I don't want you to feel like you can't heal this. Like, I feel you feeling like overwhelmed by this or sad or something, but I want to assure you, we're going to talk about it more in the reading, that you can heal this. This is a good thing to know, because you can't heal something that you're pretending isn't there. Like if you still have a sadness, or if you still feel worthless, or if you struggle with this, this is the root. It's rooted here in the solar plexus, and you can heal this. And we're gonna go over how. Like, I know you can do this, so just don't get disempowered. These cards are about how you can heal your solar plexus. There's the devil. There's like limiting thoughts and people putting chains around your neck and making you feel like you're not your own person and you can't do what you want, or that you're not good enough. Like, I know that you can heal this and gain an inner sense of power. And when you do, no one can take that from you, because it's yours and you built it, and it's not up to anyone else. Like, I really want you to realize that it's not up to anyone else. But this is how you can take steps to heal it. You just take deep breaths and close your eyes, and you sit, maybe you put your hands on your solar plexus, and you just breathe into it, and you tune into the being that is there. And for you, I'm seeing like layers and layers, but you're going to have someone come forward. It feels strange if you've never done it before, but healing, like, it doesn't have to be hard and difficult. You just tune into the broken parts inside of you, and you let them speak, and then you, as the adult, as you are now, speak back, and you just comfort them. So if this is a child who's been told they're worthless and pathetic and is crying, you go to them and you let them cry to you, and you let them tell you their pain and how this wasn't fair and this person was mean to you, and you validate, you say, yes, like, that was so unfair, like, I'm here for you now. And you just talk to this part of you as if it is your own child. And just in doing that, it's going to change the entire way that you live life. Because when you heal, this is your past self. This is a part of you that's stuck in these emotions of your past. And when you address it as your present self, and you reprocess this as an adult, and you parent that inner child, that child will then start to grow up. Those emotions are released. When you let that child who couldn't cry to anyone else cry to you and tell you their pain, all those emotions get to leave your body, finally, at last. It really is that simple. And if you want more guidance, there is so much online. There's so much about shadow work and parts work and inner child work. There's an incredible parts work video that I've done. It's on YouTube. It's free. It's called Parts Work by Teal Swan. If you don't like her, you can go somewhere else. There's a million ways to do it, but that is the video and the process that I have used over and over again. And it could help you. And we have healing as such an abstract thing, but this channel is all about healing, and it really isn't as difficult as it seems. It might be frustrating, like the steps I'm telling you might be like frustratingly abstract, but you just reprocess those moments that are stuck inside of you with your adult brain. You go to that crying child and you give them everything that they didn't get, and that will release that moment. They'll be able to move on, and then they grow and they integrate back into who you are, and you don't have that trauma living inside of you anymore. It's like a dam that just bursts, and now the water can flow. Now that child can grow up. Now you can move on. And for you, I feel like this might be something, your solar plexus is so like clouded that maybe you go back quite a few times and do this process over and over again with the different people and beings that are there. Like maybe once a crying child, as you've soothed that, you go back, you tune back into your body and your solar plexus, and there's like a very angry person and this like repressed rage over what you went through. And then you allow that person, that being, to like express all of that rage, and you deal with that. And then you go back, and this is going to just heal you and heal your life, and you'll be able to live in a completely different way just by being for your inner pain. The beings that are embodying your inner pain, you go to them, you comfort them. You are what you needed in the past. There's this like present and past melding. Like no one was there for this child. They were mean to this child. So you go in and you defend the child, you protect them, you hug and comfort them. And that's all it needs to move on and release those emotions. It doesn't have to be hard and difficult and complicated. It can feel strange at first, but you will get the hang of it if you've never done it before. And then you'll be like an expert and being able to do this with all of your past. And I really feel like, especially for you, you can get very good at this, because I feel this deep emotionality to you. Like, I don't think that you are someone who, I just see you as like a watery type of person. I don't see you as this like fire person who runs around and is like this bold and loud. I see you as someone who's deeply emotional and intuitive. And unfortunately, those types of people do tend to take on pain typically early in life, because it awakens those things in them. I feel like a part of your life is about this deep inner emotional healing, and that it's going to lead you somewhere. Maybe just to where you become like this wise healer in like your friendship group, or maybe it goes further than that and you become a spiritual person or like a psychologist, something like that. I feel like this is a part of your purpose somehow. I'm not sure how it fits in, but this is like stage 1 of your purpose, to heal this inner pain. I had written some stuff down that make sure I said it all. Yeah, so this is going to change your whole energy. The next thing, I'm glad I looked at my little notes I took for you, because this is such a heavier pile, but the next thing, when you are like addressing the pain of your solar plexus, next thing that came through for you was to reassess power. This is an incredible message for anyone, but for you, the world really acknowledges and rewards like one form of power, and it's like being big and bad and authoritative and just barreling through people and getting what you want, being ruthless. No. There are so many forms of power, and it can be difficult. I think your power is like, whether you're a girl or a guy, like a feminine power, a watery energy, an emotionality, a psychicness, a spiritualness. Your inner world is so deep and so vast, and that's where I feel like your power comes from, which is very different than this very masculine authority type of power. So what came through for you was that your guides want you to journal about power until you find your particular brand of power. How are you powerful? So if you like are in tune with your guides and you can automatically write, just try that. Just put, how am I powerful? And then with no thought, just let your hand write, and you will write things about yourself that might even shock and surprise you. But it's an incredible exercise. And if you're in tune with your guides, you can even ask them individually, and they'll give you different aspects of how they see your power. You can ask the people in your life, if you have people close to you, what is it? They're really encouraging you to reassess what you thought was power and realize the power that you have always had. And this is going to help you see yourself differently and help you heal. And it's going to help you enjoy yourself. And I think I've even done a video, the power you don't realize you have. So maybe if you want to go check that out, and if you haven't already, and see what that has to say, maybe that will apply to you and you'll get a good idea to go from. But once you start doing this, once you're healing, and then once you're discovering your power, you're really discovering who you are as a person, who you are at the core in an authentic way. And you're just going to be able to enjoy yourself more. And like a message coming through for you is like, it's almost like this eat, pray, love energy, where you're like, this place doesn't work for me, these people don't work for me, and you just like leave and you go somewhere pleasant. I just see you going to like a quaint little town and just wearing like a lovely outfit that you wouldn't have bought yourself before. Like, once you heal and once you start discovering your power and your being, you'll just get to enjoy yourself. And that's going to be such an important stage for you. You'll be able to please yourself and enjoy your own company. And that's going to be so healing. And like, I really see this period of time, not forever, just like a stage where you just reject other people's energy coming into your life and you go off on your own so you can just feel yourself out and enjoy it and enjoy your life and your being. Another exercise that came in for you was for you to write down the decisions that you make every day to get into the habit of power. And this is an interesting exercise I hadn't thought of before, but they're saying get a journal. They really want you to journal, but every single day, write down every single decision that you make until you realize that, like, I am making decisions. I am in control of my life. And this isn't about big things. It's about little things. So what if you're looking in your fridge and you decide, I'm having eggs and I'm not having the cereal? Write that down. I decided to have eggs. You go to the grocery store. You're like, I am deciding this bread, not this bread. And it's just about getting into the habit of realizing that you have more control over your life than you in particular have been led to believe. And then once you see these little things, you're like, I am making decisions. I am influencing myself. I am, I am making these little things that decide the course of my day and decide the course of my life. I do have power. I do have say. This is within my control. And I just see you feeling yourself. Like, I'm also getting that, like, it would be really helpful for you to, like, go somewhere or look online and buy clothes that you really want to wear. So I don't know if you've just been, like, buying whatever's cheapest or something. They just want you to have, like, an outfit that you feel like you picked out, that is your style, that is representative of you, for you to walk around in it and feel good and feel powerful. And that would help too. But these last cards are what your solar plexus could be in a healthy state. This is so powerful. And you also got the Empress on the bottom of the deck. Feminine power. There's two cards that are just so feminine power. Like, the Empress is someone who sits on her throne and knows her worth to the point where people just want to give her things. And she just receives. She's in such a receptive energy. And, like, I feel like that's what your power is. And Fortitude is the Strength card. It is, I'm so strong and I'm so powerful. I know I can get what I want. 10 of Cups. Last Judgment is you becoming the pure form of your soul and just getting rid of all the toxic crap that has been put into you by other people, is just shedding that off and becoming the truth of your real authentic soul. 10 of Cups is ultimate fulfillment in every area of life. It is your happy ending. It is, I have enough money. I have a lovely place. I love myself. I love the people around me. It is the rainbow at the end. Like, everyone gets a happy ending and you get everything you want. So for this, I've been pulling through, like, what people's ultimate healed solar plexus is like. For you, there's a strong emphasis that this is stage 1. Like, I think that you need to do this stage and then it's going to carry on in who knows what way. I don't even think you've discovered yet. This is going to take you down such interesting roads. But for stage 1, it is you learning yourself and enjoying yourself, and you just going places you want to go, making your own decisions, and just discovering who you authentically are and what your power is. And then you'll just go on from there. You'll feel life in a different way. You'll feel like a different person, and this is the process of you falling in love with yourself and becoming yourself in the world. That's your stage 1. And then from there, you can do anything that you want. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you don't feel overwhelmed. You've got this. Your life is in your control, and when you start tuning into your inner self, you're going to get so good at it, and you're going to be able to reverse the things that have been done to you and turn your pain into your power and become an incredible force in this world. Thank you for being here. I hope it helped. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 3. How do you heal your solar plexus? The first cards are what your solar plexus currently is. And I hope you are ready for the truth, because I'm just going to be blunt with you. And you seem like someone who appreciates that anyway. But your solar plexus, when I see your energy, like your solar plexus is huge and shining and loud in not the best way. I see you being someone who is very big, very loud, very powerful, but authoritative and in this like boss energy, but in a way that just bulldozes other people. And I think that you can come across as quite mean. Maybe just it's just your solar plexus is on like overdrive and is doing a bit too much. And it's leading you into an energy that isn't your truest self. Because if people, I do see you in like a boss position or some sort of authority position. Maybe it's not in work, maybe it's like at home or something, but I see the people being under your authority like kind of afraid of you. You can be very strict and harsh, and you can be just overly mean in a way that isn't really benefiting anyone. Let me see. What's behind this is fear. I think that in your past, maybe when you were young, you were really told that you couldn't do something, or there was some sort of an obstacle in your way that you had to overcome. And deep in your core, you did become very afraid that you couldn't actually get what you wanted. And that fear is leading you to swing very far in the other direction and become very authoritative in not the most positive way. The other thing I see that could have happened to you is maybe you a deep fear of being under someone else's control. So even if you technically have like a boss position at your job, you're afraid of people controlling you. I don't know if you were under someone's control and it was very, very bad experience, but you have taken on some pain or some damage in some way from being under someone else's control, to the point where it is like a driving force in your life, where you get big and loud. Maybe you will fight, you will snap at people because you are afraid that they can come in and control you in some way or have some sort of authority over you. And you are so against that, so terrified of it, you will do anything to have that not be the case. Yeah, you just got really big, really loud, so that no one can take anything from you. And so that no one will even have a chance. But ultimately, you are the way you are because you are repressing fear. And it's making you come across a bit negatively. So, how do we heal? These are positive cards. Like, you are an authority. You are a leader. Like, that's what you're meant to be, and that's coming in the next pile as well. But solar plexus is a center for you. Like, you're really driven by this fire, by this energy, by this leader energy. And like, pile 2 is very soft and gentle and watery. Like, you are authoritative. You're just repressing fear to the point where you're swinging too far in the other direction. So how do you fix this? Parts work is number one. And I'm just really seeing there is a being inside of you, like a little kid that's scared, and you're being very mean to it. Like we do tend to do to ourselves what was done to us. So if someone had authority over you and was horrible and mean, treated you terribly, if you were abused as a kid in any way, shape, or form, like you got this deep fear, and that kid is inside of you holding on to that fear, and now you are doing to it what was done to you, and you're saying, I will not be afraid. I am not afraid. Look how loud I scream. Look how hard I fight. Look how no one has any sort of say on anything that I do. And that's sort of just pushing this kid farther and farther down inside of you, and pushing this fear farther down inside of you. And what would help you is for you to do parts work where the part of you that feels like it needs to fight and the part of you that's so scared of someone controlling you both come to the surface and are allowed to like talk to each other. There is a video that I've done many times. It's on YouTube for free. It's called Parts Work by Teal Swan. If you don't like her or you don't resonate with that video, you could just Google parts work. There's so many ways to do it. But the two aspects of you that need to, because they're both broken. The part of you that's like fighting and overcompensating is just as much in pain as the child that's afraid. So allow those parts of you to speak. Like close your eyes, breathe deep, and just say, I'm now the part of me that feels like it has to fight. And let that part speak, because it's trying to protect you, and it's trying to protect this kid. And then let the kid that's afraid through you, and let them speak, and then comfort them and give them what you wish you had when you were a kid. Like healing doesn't have to be complicated. It's just allowing the pain its time. Let that kid tell you all about its fear, and then you soothe the kid, you comfort the kid, you say, yes, that wasn't right, and like I'm here for you, and nothing like that's ever going to happen to you again. And then just by doing that, those emotions that that kid was holding on to, they're able to just let them go. And the emotions leave, and you aren't carrying them anymore. And then the kid will naturally just grow up and like integrate into who you are, and you'll have so much energy and so much vitality, and you won't be acting out of this place of this deep repressed fear. It will really, you addressing these two aspects will really just like change your life. You won't be living with this fear of someone controlling you. You will find a deep relaxation in your own power, and know that like, yes, as a kid you were overpowered, but now no one can overpower you. It's not going to happen, and you don't have to be afraid of it. And you'll be able to like think about who you really are and who you want to be and what type of leader you want to be, and you'll just be so much more relaxed in your life and in your leadership position. And it's gonna just ripple out to everyone around you. This last pile is, what can your solar plexus be healed? And this is so beautiful. Great strength, emotionality, and generosity. Like you are a leader, and I see you in a leadership position, and I see you being able to have this incredible power in a way that benefits everyone. You become a leader that considers the other people around you and considers every aspect of business and every aspect of people, whether it's your employees or your clients or whatever, and very powerful and very generous. Like generosity came through before I even pulled the 6 of Pentacles, which is about generosity. Like you have enough, you accumulate enough, you have this incredible power, and when you're not working, you use it and you help people. Like I really see you taking on this power to change people's lives very directly. I see you like one-on-one really changing people. And the bottom of the deck is Queen of Cups. Like, you have an incredible heart, you have incredible compassion, and you can use them to make your business better. You can make a better work environment overall, to where employees just love working there, where they don't ever leave, where your clients love your business because you're being honest with them and you're like caring about them, and then the money just flows. Like, I do see you having money, having power, and that gives you the ability to really make whatever impact you want. I see you making a huge impact. Like, there's no other way to say it. You change people's lives. And I think you're doing it like on a face-to-face level and on a bigger scale if you want. Like, the impact you can have is so incredible. But first, it's just about healing the fear, and it's going to change everything about you and your life and how you live it. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you think below, and thank you for being here. Hope I'll see you in the next one. Pile 4, how do you heal your solar plexus? Out of all the groups, your solar plexus is the most healed. It's functioning the best. Like, it's functioning pretty well. I was even very drawn to this like completely clear stone. Like, your solar plexus feels clear and it feels well functioning. However, the issue is you're not really doing much with it. I see you, like, the word that comes through is funny, it's lackadaisical. Like, I see you just going with the flow and just sort of being in your everyday, just doing what you have to do, and then sitting on the couch, eating some chips, watching something. I see you in that energy, and you're just not using your solar plexus to the full extent that it can be used. Solar plexus is about your power, your will, your determination, your drive. It's about taking actions to build the life that you want. And I just see you not really thinking too much about what you want, or if you do, you sort of shut it down, which would be like the biggest point of pain of your solar plexus. Your solar plexus it wants to make its own flow and build its own life, and I just see you just going with the flow of the life around you and not really impacting it much, and not really taking a lot of action to create your own flow. So how do you heal it? For you, I see you should really sit down and think about what you want. And for you to go after what you want and build a life that you want. I don't think you're thinking long term, and I feel like even the phrase long term makes you sort of roll your eyes. I don't think you want to think long term, but long term can mean whatever you want. It could be a year, 2 years. It doesn't have to be the rest of your life. I think that you're really being asked in this moment to reflect on who you really are and what you really want, and to start acting on it. And I feel like what's been stopping you is that what is sort of socially acceptable isn't what you want. I feel a uniqueness of this pile. You don't want a typical 9 to 5 and then to wait till retirement and get a house and kids. Like, I feel like you want something different, and that's completely okay. I don't think you should be stopping yourself from taking action because you're judging what you want as something inappropriate or something you're not supposed to want. Like, I see you being more interested in like one of those like work program things where you go away to a foreign country and live in a tent and work on a farm, something like that, or interested in the, like, I know, like, you can go to Australia if you're under a certain age. You can go to Australia and work for like a year on a special visa, doing something like that. You're not interested in the daily grind. You're not interested in just getting money, getting a house, having a salary, getting a car. You want something different, and that's completely okay. The way you heal your solar plexus and yourself is by realizing your authenticity. You don't have to be, you're not under anyone's control. No one else gets to judge your life. Well, they can judge, but who cares? If you're happy, you're not going to care. So you don't have to think that you have to follow some, the beaten path. You can make your own path. And I feel like that is something that you in particular will thrive in. Just a different way of life. So I pulled these cards for what is your healed solar plexus chakra? How does it function? How does it work? And very clearly I heard explorer. Like, you're an explorer. You're not meant for the mundane. And that's sort of what I was seeing, the energy that you're in at the beginning. It's just mundane. Maybe people like the comfort and security of routine. I don't think you do. I think you come alive in a very different scenario. And you're an explorer, and your healed solar plexus is something that loves that and is confident in it, because I feel like you're judging your own desires. You're saying, I can't want that. It isn't responsible. I don't have the money. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't care. Just go find some way to get started. And I feel like that's going to light you up so much that you'll just keep making or seeing opportunities to keep doing what you're meant to be doing, which is exploring different ways of life, different people, different places. And your healed solar plexus is very, very confident. You're like, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I love. I am fully alive in this type of a life. I don't care if other people say it's irresponsible or not adult. I am an adult. I'm making my decision and I'm living the way I want to live. You are an explorer and an adventurer, and your healed solar plexus really knows that and feels the power in that. And like, you're someone who's meant to have stories to tell. And I think this could even be impact. Like, I don't think that you'll really find a purpose until you go venture out. I think you will venture into things that you then want to take up and do. Like, if the idea of a job is just like so blah, like soul crushing, I think if you just go somewhere else and go out on an adventure and allow yourself to be this explorer, you will discover, I don't know if causes is the right word, but like, you'll discover things you want to do. Like, you'll see a way of life, and you'll see like a group of people struggling with something, and you'll be someone who can write about it or make a video about it and bring like attention to issues, things like that. I think you're gonna just find your way as you're moving around. I don't think you're meant to. This is probably why I was feeling that like eye roll when I said long term. I don't think you're meant to have long term. I think you're meant to see what happens and then go for what you're finding at the time, and then move on, and then you'll find something else. I don't think you'll be able to find these sort of projects or things you're working on while you're like sat on the couch. I think you go and then you find it, and things will just keep unfolding for you. So that was an interesting reading. I love that energy. That's very cool. And let me know what you think below. I hope I'll see you next one.